My name's Ellen from Ellen's Crafty Decor, and here for our Manic Monday, or maybe I should call it Maniac Monday project. Hope everyone is well. I am stir crazy. I know, again, with everything, I should be so appreciative of the fact that we can stay home, that, we don't have a lot of major problems, although it's getting closer, the whole COVID thing. But I'm ready to go nuts. I'm struggling. So I hope you're all well. And again, I believe all those things that I see on like Facebook. I read, how thankful we should be with the time with our family and our children, and all that's true. Unfortunately, hi Dorley, welcome. The only problem is that there's a lot of family that we can't see, like my cousin Dorley, because of our restrictions. So I'm going stir crazy. I am a little depressed a little bit. I don't know, for no good reason. For no good reason. And I am very not motivated. So what I am trying to do is trying to get myself to have some sort of project or something that I go on live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I've kind of been practicing with it a little bit, and I want to do it for the entire month of May. So that's my goal. It's kind of my little challenge to myself, so I can get out there and feel like I'm actually talking to real people, because you guys out there are real. A couple things, if you notice in the upper corner, if there's a red live button, then you're watching this video live, and if there isn't, then you're watching the replay. Dorley, cabin fever, me too. And I can go outside, so that's not really even good. I mean, today it was nice enough to be outside a little bit, but wow. Excuse me. I don't, it's not really warm enough for me to enjoy being outside all the time. But hopefully that will be changing here. It was warmer today here in Indiana, but it was breezy, very breezy, and the breeze was cool, very cool today. So we're trying to make it work. My poor kids, love them to death, but they're driving me nuts. There's always an issue. One didn't finish this e-learning, or told me that e-learning was done, and then we find out that it's not quite done, and so they're not very happy with me right now, but that's the way it goes. I'm not here to be their best friend. I'm their mom. So hopefully, like I said, we went outside for a bit today. That's very good. That's good. You need to do that. It's good for our immune systems. Get out, get a little sunshine, a little fresh air. I think it does us good mentally and physically. So we need to keep doing that. So anyway, hopefully this is all going to work, and you'll be able to see the project that I do tonight. Again, I keep playing around with my my setup here, so hopefully I'm getting in the right direction. Oh good, you worked on your art, Dorley. You need to do that. That's something that I love doing, these projects. I just never thought I'd be where I don't want to get up, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do my hair. Speaking of hair, do I need a haircut and a color? Yes, but all in good time, So anyways, let's what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna do a sign. I thought this would be kind of cute because I like welcome signs. I think they're cute, like in an entryway, and when they're not super obtrusive. That's my personal style. and we're all stuck at home. Now, really, no one can come to our homes now, but I thought I'd make this sign to kind of cheer me up and let me think about the times when I can have friends and family back over to my house and see them again. So I'm going to make a new sign tonight using our welcome to my home transfer. And I'm using the 10 by 10 inch Couture board. So I'm going to go ahead and turn down the camera so you can kind of see what I've got going. See how well I can get this to function for me today. All right. And hopefully I can still see comments. Oh, my little live thing went away. Oh boy. Well, you know, they say that people who watch lives on Facebook are, they like the fact that things don't always go perfectly. Sometimes I think it drives us crazy. Oh, Dorley, I know. I can't wait for you to get your Club Couture that you ordered. I was on the website today and it says that it has shipped, so you should be getting it soon. And if you don't get it within, you know, I would say this week sometime, just let me know so I can just check on that to make sure you're getting what you wanted. Okay, so the colors that I'm going to use tonight just are, because of, again, it's a dark board, I'm going to use lighter colors. Now, you can use any color, really. It just depends on how you want it to look. And because I tend to be a little more subtle, like I love bright colors, but just for some reason with this particular transfer, I just feel like the subtler colors work in my favor. This is what I prefer. So we're going to use sage, which is a green, obviously, and almond, which is a creamy off-white type color there. Okay, so that's what we're going to use for today. So this transfer actually comes with 3 parts, and I'm going to kind of show it to you. And this is also a sneak peek in how I store my transfers. I just use, a lot of people like to know how different people store their transfers. And instead of keeping them always on the backs, I'm trying to see if use this portfolio. And I basically just stick the transfer directly to it, and then I can just pull it off. So there's a welcome to our. Then there's this little accent piece here, which I'll tell you what that is in a minute, and then the home. The O is a wreath with leaves on it, really plain, but you can use this if you wanted to add some berries and kind of decorate it, add some something else to it. The way it's positioned is the HO is on top and the ME is down at the bottom. However, if you wanted to, you could actually chalk, if you wanted to do something long, have home HOME going out across from left to right. You could chalk this first part, dry it, then pull this and line it back up. You'd have to eyeball a little bit, but it's definitely versatile. You don't have to use it only in the way that it comes. There's a lot of different things you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those off. Before I get started, I'm going to move this out of the way. This twine does come with the board from Couture, and as you know, if you can tell from the video, there's 2 holes here so that you can, oh, I just showed you, that was the sign I did last time. Again, a double-sided surface, very, very user-friendly. So there are 2 holes already in the board, so that all I have to do is tie this on. You don't have to use this. You're welcome to use anything, really. In the sign I did last time, I only put it in like a little plate stand. I didn't even tie a ribbon or anything to hang it with. But you could use anything. You can use a ribbon, you can use burlap, you can use jute, whatever you have. But this does come with something ready to hang it, in case you were ever wondering. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and we're going to start positioning our transfer. So I am going to pull it off, and I am going to fuzz my transfer over here. So I'm going to pull this out a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. if you've seen me do this before, you know that this the transfers are self-adhesive. There's a sticky adhesive on the back, and we want it to be able to pull off our surface relatively easily. So in order for that to occur, make it easy to remove, we put a little bit of fuzz on the back of the transfer from the towel, and it just makes it, like I said, easier to remove. And then the majority of that does wash off when you clean your transfer later at the end. So I'm just gonna, again, I tend to eyeball things quite a bit because I'm not super particular about that. Now, you're welcome to take a ruler and measure if you need to do that. You're welcome to. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do with, I'm going to play around with this a little bit. Because of where the holes are, I think I actually can pull this, raise this up here. Okay. And then there'll be enough room for me to put the this transfer there as well. But because it overlaps a little bit, I'm actually going to do the welcome to our first, and then I'll pull that off and then position this one down and go ahead and chalk the HOME. So I'm going to just set that off to the side. And like I said, the two paste colors that I'm using tonight are Almond and Sage. I absolutely love these colors. Okay, make sure I like how that looks. Kind of make sure it's about the same. There we go. So, what's everyone doing this week? Any big plan and reveal, as my good friends say? And there's the welcome to our. And again, I'm just putting this transfer, once I've removed it, into just a container of room temperature water. I have a little container of water over here. And then all you need to do to clean them is rinse them well with water, and then using a wipe, not a baby wipe, a disinfecting wipe, that's the word. A disinfecting wipe. Once you take it out of the water, you want to gently use the disinfecting wipe to wipe over the surface. And then I always flip mine over to the sticky side and gently, do not rub it, but gently take that disinfecting wipe and rub over the back of it as well. And it kind of reconstitutes the sticky so that you can, so first of all, you get some of that fuzz off that we put on there when we fuzzed it on the cloth. But you also then, it also does bring the stickiness back to the transfer a little bit, which again, they are reusable transfers. So I've never used one so much that I haven't been able to still use it. The company says 8 to 10 times. If you can use it 8 to 10 times if you are careful and clean it properly. I have made many signs and things for my own home, and I haven't had an issue with it yet. Okay, so kind of what we did before, if you watched me before, is I dried that just a little bit to make sure it doesn't smear. So I'm just using a little craft dryer. Nothing big. And of course, because these signs, they're customizable. You can do whatever you want. You could just have the home section of the letters if you wanted to. So I'm just gonna check, make sure it's relatively dry, and it is. So I'm going to position the letters for the home part of the sign where I want them. Now, again, I'm going to be careful that down here, or up here, I guess I should say, is the top. I don't want to press down where I just chalked. So as you can see, that's just laying right on top, but I'm going to carefully make sure all of this section where the H is pushed down and there are no air bubbles, and the O for, that's the wreath, the O for the word home is pushed down. I'm going to also do the same down here as well. This is a really quick, very, very simple project. So what I'm going to do is, this time I thought I would try, instead of doing the whole word home in green, which I think would be just adorable, I am going to do just the wreath in green and see what it looks like if I do the H, the M, and the E in that same almond color. So I'm just going to add some paste on there, and you know, if we don't like it, we can wash it off and redo it. Again, one of the benefits of this product. Okay, so get my squeegee, and let's see, work kind of quickly but carefully. Just make sure I'm covering all of the screen part of the transfer. Get a little bit more. I thought I finally figured out how to see my comments while I'm doing a live, because I was struggling with that, and now it's completely gone and I can't see it. So I will go back after the live and go check comments and reply to anybody who has any questions. Oh, so again, most of you know, but I am an independent designer for this company called Couture, and they're really amazing products that they have that I just absolutely love. Get a little bit more, make sure I finish this. Now, the one thing I will say is feeling like this is drying quickly, and that makes me a little nervous, because if the chalk dries on the surface before I pull it off, it could be an issue. But like I said, it's a learning experience, right? So we'll just try it. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do the wreath in this sage green, and I'm going to try to do it quickly and hopefully get it all on there before the paste dries so that it doesn't pull up off the surface. As some people who've been to some of my make and takes know, we sometimes have those struggles. Just clear that off. And for my cutie patootie out there, if she's watching, Ellie, I'm gonna peel and reveal. All right, and again, I'm just gonna drop that in the container of water. Move that out, and I'm gonna turn this around so you can see welcome to my home. What I like about this is it's really neutral and simple, but if you like bright colors, you could totally do this in bright colors too and have a nice pop right there. Okay, so a good thing something happened here. So right here at the top of the sign, you can see where I went over the transfer a little bit, okay? Over the edge of the transfer. So all I'm gonna do is it's dry, but all I'm gonna do is get a little Q-tip, get a little bit of water in the Q-tip, and I'm just gonna rub that right off, which is the best way to take care of that. And voila, no more paint on the corner here. Okay, let's move that out of the way. I'm going to take my stir sticks and my squeegees and throw them in the container of water and close up my ink so not my ink, it is chalk. Ink would be permanent. Chalk is not permanent. Move that out of the way. Okay. Throw that away. Now, like I said, there is one more part to this transfer, and it is almost like little berries. I don't know if you can see that. okay? Little berries. And once this is dry, the wreath is dry, you could go through and add some berries to the wreath if you wanted to. That's totally up to you. I'm not going to do that today because I like how it looks just like this, okay? So I'm gonna take again my craft dryer and just really quickly make sure I have the paste relatively dry. Okay. And even though I'm drying it with this craft dryer, it is not going to be permanently adhered to this surface. It is definitely removable. If you saw my video from last week, the one where I did the typewriter, I actually I cleaned my surface at the beginning of that so that you could see how easily that works. But it comes right off with just a little bit of water and an eraser. You don't have to have an eraser. It just really works. It works very easily, but it's very, very simple to take a design off and use something else in its place. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to, sorry, I keep forgetting here. I'm going to make sure that's dry. Oh yeah, that's dry. Yep, dry enough. And I'm going to use the twine that came with the surface, because all of them are ready to hang or stand up depending on what the purpose or intent is. So I'm just gonna feed that through there. And you can do it either way. If you wanted to have, if you wanted to have the string where you see the twine across the top, some people like it that way. I technically, depends on what the sign is that I'm making, but this particular one, I'm going to choose to pull it through the back so you see how simple that is. And it is a long piece of twine here that comes with the board. So there's plenty. And I'm just going to make a little knot here at the top. And again, you can adjust that in any way you want. I'm gonna raise this back up so you can see. Maybe I need to stop putting my hand on the screen. Gosh, amateur Ellen. All right, okay. So there is our finished project. Welcome to our home. And my child is messaging me, what are we doing for dinner? It is make your own Monday. That's what we call it in my house. It's gonna be a new thing where Monday night, I cooked every day, at least once a day for the last week and a half. Some days I made homemade breakfast for my kids and my husband. Some days it was just a home cooked meal. But regardless, I cooked, and if you know me, that's where I cook, but I don't make stuff from scratch all the time. So I did last week, and so we have good leftovers. We have sandwich fixings in the fridge. We have cheese and crackers and breakfast foods. So we're gonna start this new thing called Make Your Own Monday, where you figure out something for yourself on Monday to fix for yourself so mom doesn't have to cook. That's what we're doing. So, like I said, my kids are a little bit older, so I have a 12-year-old and a 17-year-old, so they're very capable of getting their own dinner, simple dinner. And since we've been home, my boys have started to learn to cook a little bit. They're up to making their own grilled cheese sandwiches the way they like them. In a pan on the stove, and there's been no fires yet, so that's a good thing. All right, so that's tonight's project. Like I said, the project itself was super, super quick. If you have any questions about the products from Couture, I'm just going to hang that right there. If you have any questions about the products if I can figure out how to get out of the way, from Couture, just send me a little message or a comment below that you want more information, and I can get you that information. If you are interested at all in what I was talking about earlier, the Club Couture program, it's a subscription program that you have to join for a minimum of 3 months, and it's $19.99 a month, no shipping, and you will get sent a transfer and 3 paste colors, coordinating paste colors, directly to your home for you to craft with. So you don't get the board in that, but like this home sign here was another one of our really awesome Club Couture transfers that was sent. So again, lots of opportunities, lots of the words are escaping me today. I need a little sip of something, sorry. Okay, so you can get that sent directly to your home and play around with it a little bit. If you are at all interested about joining my VIP group, just comment VIP in the comments and I'll do my best to get you an invite to my VIP page, where I can't sell anything on this general business page, but I will offer some specials and some a sale, so to speak, on some things that I need to get rid of, and you have to be my VIP group to get that. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I'm super excited because I learned a new way to make the beads, and a lot of people have been into this lately. I guess people are calling them farmhouse beads, but just the the wooden beads. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, okay. Okay, Dorley, we can work that out. Okay. So anyways, I have a new way to paint these, so that I just saw a little video on today from another crafter. So that'll probably be coming up in a project in the future. And I hope everyone is well and you're not manic on this Monday like I am. But anyway, hopefully you're all doing well, and thanks for watching. If you think someone you know might be interested in seeing a project like this, how easy that is, feel free to tag them or share this video. And I hope you all have a great Monday evening. Bye.